Hey everyone, welcome to my Photoshop tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you about the curves adjustment layer. Now, the curves adjustment layer is really for editing the sort of making your picture lighter or darker and playing around with the colours. So if we jump into things, we've got this great image right here and we can just put that adjustment layer on. So the bottom right hand side, you'll see this little circle with the black and white half and half, and you click that and you just go up to curves and you'll get this layer right here, which is the adjustment layer. Now, a little tip for you, if you just want that adjustment layer to affect the layer below it, you can hold down Alt on your keyboard and go into the middle between the two layers and click, and it'll just affect that one. Now, to play around with the options in curves, now if you drag it to the right hand side, it'll make it darker. Drag it to the left hand side, it'll make it lighter. Now, this histogram right here shows all the pixels in this actual image. So we have this drop down menu at the top which says RGB, and we'll go through them in a minute. But RGB, basically, when you have that selected and you play around with the curves, it's basically taking all of your image and you're playing around with the whole of the image. So if we go over to the histogram right here and see, it's affecting all of the image as we're doing. Now if you put a point into that line that you don't actually want, you can just hold it and drag it outwards and it'll delete it for you. So we're going to make it so we can put a little bit dark down here and maybe light up here, so it's sort of like an S shape. Now you also have a auto button here, which is Photoshop trying to get the result that you actually want. So it's trying to automate what you're trying to do, but we don't actually need that. So we're going to go through the list. So we have this red here. Now the red, the green and the blue I'm going to go through. So if you drag the pointer when you have the red selected, you can go to the left hand side and it'll put more red into the image. Now if you go to the right hand side, it's taking the red out, but you're putting more of the green in because that's its other half. So if you did that to the green, which we're going to go to, just taking that point out and go to the green. Now to the left hand side, putting more green in. To the right hand side, you're taking the green out, but the red's going to show through. So I'm just going to take that point out. Now the blue, which you don't really need to play around with, you can if you want. You have to be a bit careful. So if you edit the blue, you might need to adjust the green and the red, as the blue doesn't have another half. So just to make your pictures look right, so if you play around with the blue, adjust the green and the red to make your picture okay. So we don't really need that either, so we're going to go to RGB, and there's a few other tools right here on the left hand side. This little selector tool, so we press that. Now this is the tool I suggest people use a lot, especially the beginners, because it's really easy and simple. So you go over, you selected that, and you can just pinpoint the colour that you want to make darker. So say this blue sky here, we selected it. Now if you drag up, it's going to make it lighter, drag down, it's going to make it darker. And you can also do that with other colours. So there we go. Now, and once that's done, you'll see the change on your histogram right here. So it changes the points for you depending on what you selected in the image. Now we can just take those points out, and the other ones here is the dropper tools. So this one, the top one, is the black one, so we can make a black spot. So basically what that means is you pinpoint where you want the blackest spot on your image to be. So say her trousers, and it's made them blacker, and you can go to this white one here. The grey one is okay, but we're not going to use that. The white one, so we select that, and you can go to some clouds and it'll make them whiter. So what it's done is it's made the black spot that you've pinpointed to be the blackest part in your picture, and the clouds to be the whitest as we've selected them. So that's about it for your picture, for this tutorial. So please go and have fun and adjust your images to look great. And please comment, rate, subscribe, and check out my website, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.